Hello and welcome to CSAP tutorial for beginners. I am Ajit Srivastav and this is part 23 where we will be discussing about static keyword in CSAP. So with that, let's directly jump to Visual Studio. So let me try to write one program. Let's say I want to have a class counter. Okay. Within this, let's say I have a static and count, and let's say I have one function int which will be basically returning this value, right? So int counter, I'll say get counter. Here I'll simply return in, let's say one more function I have is called incrementer, so it will be just a void increment counter, right? So what it will simply do is count plus plus, right? Now since I want this to be used outside of this class, so let's say I'm adding them as public. Similarly for other members as well, right? So we are done with this. Now let's say I want to use this class, to use this variables and all, we need to have a object. Let's create one object, counter equals new counter, right? Now I want to basically initialize this count variable. So for that, what we have to do is counter obj dot, but if you'll see this, you can see that increment counter function is available, get counter function is available, but count is not available. Even though it's a public, that count is not available. Why so? You can see this. If you'll remove this, you can see the difference. Now say dot, you can see now count is available. So that means your static is doing something due to which this count is not basically accessible using this object. Then how we can access that? We can access them using the class itself. Count static dot. So you can see now it is accessible using this. So what is static variable? If someone asks you, so the first thing that you must be aware, like the static variable, to access any static variable, object is not required. You simply reference a static variable using the class name itself. So this is my class name and I am able to access this static variable using the class name itself. To access any static variable, you need not require any object. Okay, so instantiation is not required for a static variable. As and when you run, it will be basically get allocated and you should be able to fetch it. Now another difference that you should be aware is all the normal variable that you will be creating, right? The normal class variable or the normal variable within the functions, right? Those will be allocated within a stack memory location. Okay. Maybe we'll capture these things in a separate video session, but for now you simply understand for interview purpose, like all the normal variable, non-static variable will always get allocated in stack memory location. All the static will get allocated in heap memory allocation. Okay, going forward we'll see some more differences, but for now we learn two things. One is, to access a static variable you need not require any object. That means you need not require any instantiation. Okay. Second thing is, the static variables will always get allocated in heap area of the memory. Okay, so heap section of the memory it will get allocated. Two things. Okay, now let's finish this program, then we'll see. So what I am doing is I am initializing count to 0, then I am saying increment counter. So I'll simply call this. So before this, let's say I want to say console dot write line, right? right? Now I'll simply, let's say I'm calling this increment counter twice, sorry. But you can see, as we know, any non-static variable, to access those variable we need object. So let's provide the object, right? Now let's print the same, right? So now you can see we have just have this. Let's try to run this. So you can see the value before increment is 0, since we have called increment function twice, so this value become 2, right? Okay, so let's stop this. Now what I want to do is, after this, let's say I'm creating one more object, counter obj, let's say 2. Okay, I'm doing same thing, counter. Okay, now let's say I'm saying, now I'll use this variable. Okay, I'll use this variable and I call increment counter, right? And after that, let's print this once again. Let's see what happens. Run it. You can see the value is incrementing to 3. Why is it so? If you'll see here, we are using a different object, right? Even though if you are using a different object, still it is basically the counter.count, it is this object is incrementing the same value, right? To just to differentiate what is the difference here, let's do one thing. Let's remove this static. Okay, and what we'll do is, instead of this, we'll go through object. Okay, we'll just do this. So we'll just have this, and instead of counter object we want, sorry, instead of counter object we want to use counter to object, right? Okay, now let's run this. So if you'll see here, I incremented twice, right? So before incrementing value was 0, after incrementing value was 2, then I tried to increment using a second object. If you'll see here, I'm using the second object, there I tried to increment it, right? So that time it is not taking the same value, because by default integer will be getting a value 0, right? By default integer value will be 0. So what happened here is, as in when you created this object, right, it will get a different memory allocation. Okay, and since this is a non-static, within this object memory allocation, it will also give a memory allocation to this variable, to count variable. Okay, so in that sense, this counter object will get a separate memory allocation of your count variable if it is non-static. Okay, so due to that reason, when you try to increment it once, it will give you value 1. But if you make that variable as static, let's stop this first, and if you make this variable static, okay, and try to access them using counter class itself, right? Now if you'll run, right, you'll see that this value becomes 3, right? Why it's happening like this? So here comes the third rule of static. So basically, as I mentioned, like whenever you declare any static variable, it will get allocated in heap area. Okay, heap memory allocation, right? So whenever you try to access this, doesn't matter how many object you create. Okay, so this count variable will never get memory allocation within this counter object or counter to object. Okay, so in non-static, what will happen? It will first create a counter object. Within that, it will allocate a memory for count variable if it is a non-static. But if it is a static, then whatever the memory that is allocated for counter object or counter object 2 will not have this count variable, because this will be assigned in a static memory allocation, stack memory allocation, and this static variable will get allocated in heap memory allocation. So whenever you try to reference this, it will always refer to heap section of, okay, and it will always have only one variable. Okay, if it is a non-static, you will be, for each count variable, for each count object, you will have that many number of count variable. Okay, but that is not the case for static. Okay, so let me repeat once again what all the things that are specific to static. First, the static will get static variable will be accessed by using class name. Second, static will get allocated in heap memory allocation. Okay. Third, within a class, it will allocate only one memory allocation in heap, and all the objects will be basically sharing it. Okay, unlike non-static, it will not create, or it will not get the memory location as many times as you have created the object. Clear? So these are the basic rule of static. So now static you can basically use not only in variables, you can create any static functions as well, member methods as well. So if we copy this, and since static variable or method cannot be accessed using the object, you can directly access those by using class name. So that's why you are getting error. Just do this and you should be able to call it. Okay, so a function can also be static, a variable can also be static. Not only that, even your class can also be static. Okay, so now if you'll see what all the things got changed. Again, few things to remember. A static class cannot have a non-static variable or a function. First point to remember. Okay, a class can be static, but a static class cannot have any non-static members. Okay, so due to that reason you are getting this error, because this get counter is a non-static member. So what you can do is you can make this as well as a static. First thing. Second thing, for a static class you cannot create an object. So static class you cannot do instantiation, right? So this is wrong for you. You cannot do this. You cannot create any object of a static class. Okay, so what all the member we have in a static class, we can directly access them using a class name itself. So as a whole, if you'll see what all the things we learned, a class, a method, or a variable, anything can be static. First thing. Second thing, if you are creating a static class, you cannot create object of it. Third thing, if you are creating a static function, okay, you cannot access that function using the object name. Okay. Third thing, if you are creating any variable, that variable will get allocated in heap section. Okay, heap memory allocation, and you that will be shared among all the objects. Okay, and there will be only one memory allocation done for in the heap section, and it will be shared by all the object of that class, right? So these are the things for static. Let's try to run this, and you should be able to see this 0, 2, 3. Because this variable is static, it will be shared among all the objects, and since currently we don't have any objects, so it will simply increment the value, right? So this is static for you. If you have any doubt, please comment. I'll try to answer all your questions, and please do like, share and subscribe these videos. Okay, please click on bell icon so that whenever I publish any new video, you will get the notification. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.